Ray, I've never thought I'd say this, but you got an act to live up to. Next, I want to welcome, a true champion for our community, Ray Two Hawks Watson, from the Providence Cultural Equity Initiative. He is the founder and CEO, along with being just an all-around amazing human being and a great citizen and resident of our city.
First of all, can we have another round of applause for the fantastic words by the staff? I'm usually the one that has to come and rile things up, so this is absolutely fantastic because I just get to ride that energy. The first thing I want to do is ask everyone to say a word with me. One word with me, and I'll explain why after, but that word is aquani. So can everyone say that with me? Aquani.
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 Aquani means peace be unto you in the Narragansett dialects. And I wanted to start off by that because today I'm here solely as one purpose, a reminder. And we'll start with my shirt here, American before America, because my people have been in these very lands seeing everything that's been going on with this European settlers, which turned into the colony of Rhode Island, which turned into the state of Rhode Island, which turned into the United States of America, watching and seeing and being affected. So the first thing I want to remind everyone of is that this is the track record of this state. To tell the populations that are here what's in their best interest, and then to move along with it regardless of what they say, and then when they get impacted by it negatively, to pretty much ignore them. I mean, what do you think happened on Aquidneck Island when they just came up with laws that Narragansetts couldn't come here anymore, even though we told them they could stay there? What about in 1675 when they forced us to sign a treaty saying that we wouldn't help the Pokanoket and then attacked us anyway? So let's start with the reminder that this is what the state of Rhode Island does. And the people that are doing it to us right now need to be reminded that although you say you're different, although you say we're doing innovative things, although you say you want what's best for our community, you're just doing the same old that's been going on. So that's the first thing I want to remind everyone. Now, me personally, I love to speak about the community, I love to speak about the union, but I like to get specific as well. So I have a reminder for the Teachers Union. And my brother Globe in the back here, he'll back me up on this one. We got proactively involved about 7-8 years ago with the city of Providence in their school code of conduct revisions, because what we found was that teachers, instead of addressing issues going on with students, were just calling the police on them. So something as simple as maybe a fist fight, now the student gets arrested and they're actually in the criminal justice system. Totally separate and apart from the schools, totally out of their hands. So we started a several-month process, and in the beginning of the process, because we were advised to, we reached out to the Teachers Union. Globe, what was their response initially?
They wanted to hear from us.
No, if I recall correctly, they were too busy. They were caught up in a couple of things. So, all right, we keep working. A few months goes on, we start to make some progress. Now what did they want, Globe?
They wanted to hear from us.
Now they want to hear from us after we get the ball rolling, after everything's going. And the first thing is, well, we weren't included in these negotiations, so we don't support this. So if anyone knows me, the process continued and they engaged correctly. So Teacher Union family, I want to remind you, me, Ray Watson, don't play that altruistic role with us here in Providence. I've personally had experience with how things get done with the Teachers Union. Most of us here in some form or fashion have had experience with how things get done with the Teachers Union. We remember what you do. That's the reminder. You might be out here in the press presenting yourself as representing the interest of the poor teachers who aren't being valued. That's not what it is, it's politics. And as was said, this is adults over children. So that's the second reminder I want to give. The third reminder, and this is going to be to our commissioner. Commissioner, you have a career that I'm assuming you want to last beyond your position here in Rhode Island. Because whatever the politics are here, however difficult it is here, whatever you allow to happen here is going to follow you when you go back to New York, if you decide to go to California. Wherever you decide to go, the stench of this nonsense right here is going to follow you professionally and politically. So I want to remind you of what you said in the beginning and how this nation's going to view you if you allow this process to go on the way it is right now. Remember, don't let Rhode Island mess up your professional career, because these people around here don't care. And the last reminder I want to give is to our governor, because Governor, I sat at a Juneteenth celebration with you just about a month ago and heard you talk about how there's a lot of talk that's been going on, but now we need to make something happen. And here we sit a month later, and still a bunch of talk going on, and still nothing gonna happen. So Governor, I wanna remind you, you are the governor of this entire state and this community right here, not the Teachers Union, all right? If they don't like what's going on here, they can go get a job somewhere else. No one's entitled to work in our community. No one's guaranteed to teach our children. And when you've been failing for 30 years, because like the pastor said, I'm a product of this school system as well. Don't tell me about these teachers. What about the teachers dating students? What about the teachers buying drugs from students? What's up with them? Where's the accountability with them? Or do we not talk about them because that's someone's friend, that's someone's cousin, that's someone's husband? And a reminder to the Rhode Island community, I'll end it on this. All of the critics out there talking about Providence needs to do this, Providence needs to do that. Let me remind you to shut your mouth. That's what we do all the time. It's you people and your political nonsense that gets in the way of what we're doing to make our community better. I'm gonna end my words like that. Stop being hypocrites. Governor, do what you're supposed to do. Commissioner, don't let this ruin your career. And community, as always, turn up. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ray, for always bringing the energy and bringing the truth.